Go get in bed. Go.
All right, you guys. So welcome to our Getting Started Right call. So we start our new Coach Basics training free first Monday of the month. So as you guys sign coaches up, you'll know this is where you plug your coaches in. So this is a time for us to introduce ourselves as leaders and share what coaching has done for us. So you guys can kind of see that the opportunity is endless. And you'll see as you hear from the different leaders that it's definitely, we all have different success because we all started at different times. But truly, honestly, this business is so duplicatable that you can implement the things that you learn in Coach Basics and consistently do them over time. And you'll have the same success that we all have had. So the only thing that we're all doing different is that each one of us has started at different times, so we have more time in the business, and that's it. The one thing that we want to make sure to kind of lay the ground rules down for this group is to, number one, plug into the Coach Basics training. You know, the training is there for you to utilize. We can't force you to do it. And the information is amazing, and it's super simple. It's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do because it's that easy. So really keep things simple. Check into the group Monday through Friday. Carve out time. Treat your business like a business so you get paid like a business over time. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get paid as that. The other thing is we want you to share and ask questions. We want you to post questions. We want you to engage, but no Debbie Downers. Like, we want you to share and ask questions, but stay positive. So if you're struggling with something, ask and share that. Because in that way we can help you. This is a group environment for us to be able to help you. But if you are more of a Debbie Downer and are negative about it, then that's how you're portraying yourself as a coach too. And people don't want a negative coach. They want somebody that's uplifting and motivating. So be sure that you stay positive. And if that's something you struggle with, as a lot of people do, use personal development to really help you with that mindset. And just engage. The people that post and engage and check in are the ones that are successful. The more active, the better. Keep this business super simple and plug into the Coach Basics and plug into your team and your coach. So to kind of get started, my name is Jessie Vandenberg, and I am the founder, I guess you would call it, of Team Rock Hard Bodies. It kind of feels weird saying the founder. It makes me sound like somebody special. But I started coaching 4 years ago, and to be honest with you guys, I signed up on complete accident. I wanted to try Shakeology, and I researched it, found it too good to be true, and when I went onto the website to purchase it, I clicked somewhere on a coach box and not a customer box, I guess, and when you get to the rank of diamond, you're given random free coach leads. So I was a coach lead. Hold on, let's see. Okay, we're going to do it this route. So I was a free coach lead to my coach, Lisa Hansen. And once she kind of shared her story and what Shakeology had done for her and the opportunity, I felt like as a personal trainer, which I was before, that's kind of what I was already doing. I loved fitness. I loved helping people. I was excited to try Shakeology, but I had no Beachbody product experience whatsoever. So when you hear people say, I faked it till I made it, that was me. Like, no product experience, just pure passion and pure excitement. You guys, you don't have to know everything in this business to succeed. And in 2 years, I was able to retire my husband, who was our sole income. After about 7 months into coaching, I was able to dwindle back my personal training clients. And that was never the plan, but I saw the big picture of where this company could take us and what it could do for my family. And instead of traveling with my daughter from client to client to client, from gym to gym to gym, I wanted more time with her. And I saw this as an opportunity for me to have endless opportunity to help people all over the United States and Canada, working from home on truly my time. So in 4 years, we are debt-free. We have complete freedom of time. We have financial freedom. We're able to donate and give money to different charities and things that we want to and where our heart is at. And truly, if you know me, my love language is like giving. So that's truly where I come from. This opportunity has really given me that. And number one, it's just the lives that you impact are incredible. So really plug into this group, see the big picture of what it is, ask questions, engage. But this isn't a get rich quick. It's a consistency factor, and you will have amazing success just off of passion and excitement. And the number one tip I can have to share is fail forward. Go for those no's and fail forward. I did not get where I'm at today by only doing what I was told to do. I was always trial and erring on so many different things to figure out what worked for me. What works for me or what works for you could be totally two different things, but stick to what we teach you in here, and then try ways that work with you and are true to your heart. So next I want to introduce Shayna. Let's see. Try to unmute. It's echoing, so I'm gonna, okay. So Shayna Anderson is a coach of mine, a personally sponsored coach of mine. And she lives in California. She's a mama of 2. She's been coaching now for almost right at 1 year.
I just passed it.
Did you just hit it? Okay, yay. So she is a diamond coach on our team. She's an incredible leader. She's got so much knowledge and passion. She was also a former personal trainer, but wasn't practicing. She was a stay-at-home mom and just was following me on Facebook that we had connected through friends. So Shayna, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks. Hey, guys. So you heard a little bit of my background in the intro video that I posted this morning. But if you didn't get a chance to watch it, I was actually introduced to the Beachbody opportunity about a year before I signed up. And I had all those objections that either you had or you're going to hear. But so I'm just the perfect example that, no just means not right now. When Jessie tells you to go for those no's, she's serious. Like, plant those seeds because those people are going to be watching you. I was on the phone with Jessie for about 45 minutes while she just told me everything Beachbody coaching related. And I was like, not my thing. I'm not selling. I'm not into network marketing. I make better smoothies than you could ever sell me. All of that. And then followed her on Facebook for about a year. And then when I was about to have my daughter, I just, was thinking about what else I could be doing. I missed personal training, but didn't want to leave my kids. But Shakeology was not in our budget. It was going to put us in the red if I didn't make enough money to cover the cost of it. So I literally had no choice but to make it work. And then, the first month I made more than enough money to cover my Shakeology. So, but I actually did do exactly what Jessie told me to do. So, when she's saying, don't just do what we tell you to do, like definitely try a bunch of different things. But in the beginning, I really did just put my nose down and do exactly what Jessie told me to do, and it worked. She's been here for 4 years. She knows what she's talking about, and she's taught all of us. So I know it can be super overwhelming in the beginning. There's a lot of information coming at you and available in the back office. But I would just say to, work really closely with your upline coach and, like Jessie said, plug into the training every single day and just kind of do the small tasks that we're giving you guys. We created this training in a certain order because things will come up as you've been in your business a little bit longer. And, if things come up that you haven't learned about yet, that's what we're here for. Obviously, reach out anytime and ask questions. But we give you guys information a little bit at a time to kind of try and ease that overwhelming feeling in the beginning. So don't worry too much about learning everything right away. That's what we're here for, to help you guys. But yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things about the business over the last year is the incredible people that I've met and made, lasting friendships with. All these ladies that are on the team, I was in a Push to Diamond group with all of them, and we've just kind of stuck together since then. And so you guys will find that in these training groups, you will see other people that you relate to, that you connect with. Pair up with them, be success partners. Bryn and I have been success partners since last October when we paired up for the Fall Classic, and we've pretty much talked every day since then. And I didn't actually meet her in person until we were just in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, but I feel like I know everything about her. So, in addition to helping you financially and helping you get back on track with your health and fitness and being able to help other people, you guys are going to meet some incredible individuals through Beachbody and, make some awesome friends. So I want to introduce Bryn, my original success partner. Where is she? Are you still muted? Jesse, can you unmute her?
I'm good.
There we go. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Bryn, and I will be coaching for a year on Wednesday. So 1 year this week, and it has flown by for it feels like it was yesterday, honestly. But I don't have a fitness background, unlike Jesse and Shayna. I was a hairstylist for 12 years. I owned a salon. Then we moved to Florida, and I just didn't have it in me to start in a salon again and rebuild a clientele. So I went back to school, and I got my associate's degree in medical assisting. It was kind of a goal that I had, was to go to college because I went to cosmetology school in high school. So that was a goal of mine. And then I got pregnant with my son. And I knew that I wanted to stay home, and I had that opportunity to stay home because my husband, financially we could do that. But, now that he's almost 4, or was 3 at the time when I started coaching, I just felt like I needed something else. I feel like I felt like I just was kind of losing myself, and I just needed something for me. And my coach, Liz, is one of my oldest and longest friends. And she, approached me about coaching, and I was like, no way, I'm not doing it. But I also kind of knew that I needed something. And I thought about it for about 2 months. It took me like 2 months to get signed up and to really kind of look into it a little bit. And, at the beginning of August, I signed up last year. And it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Not only for meeting all of the amazing ladies on our team and building the friendships that we have, but I've been able to financially contribute to my household. I was able to put my son in daycare 2 days a week, just to get him out of the house and around other kids and give myself a break. And I pay for that. I pay for both of my husband's and mine, Shakeology orders. I've never had to pay for either one of our shake orders every single month. And that was also a big thing too, because, with only being one income, we were like, okay, this has to work, especially with having, 2 of us getting Shakeology. We had to make it work. I had to make it work. I had to figure this coaching thing out, and I had to, it was non-negotiable. So one of my tips is to listen to your upline coach and, definitely dig into the trainings and just absorb as much as you can. Go back and, if you miss a day, take the weekend, go back and just really, when you have time, go through the posts and go through videos and things like that, and just really try and absorb it. Take notes and just dive in. Don't get overwhelmed, but, dive in and have fun with it. One of the things that really stuck out to me at Summit this year was you will only fall in love with this business if you truly work your business. And that has stuck with me because it's so true. So fall in love with it. Have fun with it. Treat it like a business, and it will reward you like a business. So, just reach out to us if you need any help, and, we're here for you, but have fun. So I will introduce Liz. Liz is my upline coach. She is a 1-star diamond qualifying. She's recently married and is a stepmom of 2 little boys. She is also a elementary school teacher, but has a passion for Beachbody coaching and is hoping that she can, you know, be a Beachbody coach full time. And here's Liz. Sorry. Liz, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Matt's on a conference call too, so he has a loud mouth. Thank you for the introduction, Bryn. She summed up a lot. I've been coaching for a little bit over a year. June was my 1-year anniversary. I met Jessie through Facebook. Her like page popped up and we just started chatting, and I knew instantly this was something I wanted to be a part of. I didn't question it. I signed up. I put it on a credit card knowing that the business he hears me. But I mean, I knew I had the belief from the beginning. And sorry, Matt's talking. Can you hear Matt? He's super loud. So I set my goals. I want to talk about goals really quick because I just achieved a bunch of them. But I'm a classroom teacher, and I was working at a bar. I was at a bar for 8 years part-time, and one of my goals was that I wanted to be able to make enough money to be able to quit the bar. And recently, back in June, I was able to put in my, I still get emotional, I was able to put in my notice, and right now I would be working, and I'm not, and it's super exciting to not have that. I liked what I did with the customers and stuff, but it's hard when you have a family and you want to be home with them, and you can't because you needed that income. Well, because of Beachbody, now I have made enough money to supplement that income. Recently married, Matt and I weren't going to be able to go on our honeymoon, and because of the extra income, it was just these small goals that we had. That's why it's so important to set goals. And I talk to a bunch of my coaches all the time, and I ask, what are your goals? Because you have your goals and you work towards them every day, and eventually they will start to be hit, and everything that you want starts to become a reality. I remember trying to quit and talking to Jessie and talking to other coaches, and it was like surreal that I was able, and at that point, because it happened so fast. Treat this like a business. So it's important. This is the biggest tip, because I got really, my time management was a little off for a little bit, and I really had to focus on treating the business like a business and being consistent. So setting hours is super important. Setting your own hour, whether it's in the morning, at nighttime, whatever works best for you. Some people do it at night. I choose to do mine in the morning, especially when school's in session. I get up extra early and I make that commitment to be able to work my business. And then please reach out to us. I think Jessie said it, Bryn said it, Shane said it, Shayna, sorry. We are here. Ask questions. You're never going to be a bother to any of us. I remember Jessie said challenge her, so I did. And then do the 3 vital behaviors we're going to be talking about. And I think that's it. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I don't do good at multitasking. I could hear them. The next person is Alicia. Alicia is an amazing, inspiring, motivational mom of twin girls that are just adorable. She is somebody that I've personally been able to build a friendship with. And I was just in Oregon and had the opportunity to hang out and do a boot camp with her, and we didn't die. And go ahead.
All right, thanks, Liz. I don't know about you, but my booty kind of died that day. The next day, I could not sit down. Anyways, hi, my name's Alicia, and I've been a coach now for a little over a year. I signed up in April of last year, and I'm currently 2-star qualifying. And I got into this business in a kind of roundabout way. I live in the same town as Jessie, and I'd seen her running her boot camps at the park, actually. And I'd always watch from afar and be like, wow, she seems like so cool and so fit, but I never introduced myself. And then my very best friend from childhood, who lives in Wyoming, came across Jessie's page randomly and started doing one of her free groups. And then Jessie started to talk to her about coaching, and she talked to me about coaching. And like some of the other gals, I was really hesitant in the beginning. My initial response was no. It's probably a pyramid scheme. And my mom had actually done Herbalife back in the day, and it didn't work. And I kind of had this negative feelings towards MLMs or pyramid schemes, as I thought they were. So I just dismissed it immediately and said no. But then she was kept talking to Jessie and kept talking to me. And so finally I decided, okay, I'll take a look at it. And I'll actually have my husband, who's super skeptical, critical, take a look at Beachbody and see what he thinks. And we both did our own research, and we came back with wow, there's really not any negative stuff out there. We were pretty surprised. And I had done the Ultimate Reset, had amazing results. I had done 21 Day Fix and loved it, Shakeology and loved it. And so I was like, well, why not just sign up for the discount and save a little money? So I just signed up and honestly, went at it thinking it was going to be the discount. And it took one conversation with Jessie, and I did a full 180. I mean, literally, I was like, no, I'm not interested in the business to okay, I'm all in. Tell me what to do. I'm doing it. Because she really connected with the part of me that really wanted something different for my life than where I was at the time. I'm a mom, like Liz said, of twin girls. I love being a mom. But I always wanted something more for my life. And there was this other part of me, this entrepreneurial spirit inside of me that was just begging to get out, and it was just begging to make this kind of life for my family that I knew was possible, but the direction that we were headed at wasn't going to get us there. We were in debt. My husband's working all the time. I was probably going to have to go to work full time. I did not want to do that. And one thing they said at Summit was you need to either get desperate or inspired as a coach. And I kind of feel like I was both. I was desperate to make this work, and I was inspired to make this work. And growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. And I feel like that really held our life back a lot. And I felt like my parents had to say no to a lot of things. And I didn't want that for my daughters. I didn't want to always have to say no. Sorry. This is going somewhere. Why I'm so emotional. I didn't want to always have to say no to opportunities like we did growing up. And they're 5 now, so they're starting to have interests. And they're starting to get really into riding horses. And they came to me, and they're like, we want to ride every day. And if I hadn't become a coach a year ago, I would have had to say, no, we can't afford it. But now, because a year later, I've stayed consistent, I've built my business to the place where I can say yes. And I can say, we can go every day. Let's go to the barn. Let's go riding. We are actually looking into buying a pony. Don't tell them. But we can do that because of this business. And that for me is worth all the early mornings and it's worth all the late nights. And I will tell you, if you stay consistent, if you listen to your uplines, if you do the vital behaviors every day, this will happen for you too. So dig into your purpose. Why are you here as a coach? You know, most people initially are going to say, I want to earn extra money, or I want financial freedom, but what does that mean to you? Like, you need to go all the way down to the deep core to where it brings you tears to think about it actually coming true, because that is what's going to drive you every day to show up for your business. If you only have that superficial reason, it's going to be easy to say no. But if you have that drive, that inspiration that is so meaningful to you, you'll do whatever it takes. So either get desperate or inspired would be my words of advice. And now I'll introduce Chelsea. So, hi, Chelsea. This gal, you definitely need to follow her. She takes the most incredible selfies, and she always looks stunning. I take my like sweaty selfies and I'm like a train wreck, and she's like, ding, really gorgeous. And Chelsea is local here too. She lives in Molalla. She has 2 children and a husband who's away a lot, and she's just an all-around amazing girl. She's the type of coach who you're like, I'm like, I always wanted girlfriends like this. And sorry, this is Chelsea. And to be able to like meet other women like this and be friends with them is just incredible. Chelsea's business is getting ready to explode, so we're going to be hearing a lot from her soon. And take it away, Chelsea.
Thank you, Alicia. Honestly, to follow you, you are amazing, and your story pretty much almost had me in tears. So congratulations to you on all your success, Alicia. So like Alicia said, I'm a mom of 2. I have a daughter that's 4 and a son that's 5. And I've been married for 6 years now. We just had our anniversary. And I also just had my 1-year anniversary in July with coaching. And I'm currently a diamond coach getting ready to go on to 1-star qualifying. So that's super exciting, because I honestly, over the year, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be super honest, it's been a struggle every couple of months. I feel like, is this really what I should be doing? And then I get super inspired by others around me, especially the girls that I work with that are leading this group. If I didn't have them, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So thank you to all of you guys. And honestly, going into 1-star qualifying, and then I have another coach that's super close to hitting diamond right now, so that would put me into 2-star. I thought this moment was so far off, but when we came home from Summit, I was super overwhelmed with all the amazing information we learned. But I really started putting emphasis in my team and working closer with them and more direct. And I think that's when I really started seeing things take off. But back up a little bit to my why and how I got started. So about 1.5 years ago, Jessie actually approached me on Facebook. I think I started following her like page. I don't know if it was her like or her personal page. She's super inspiring, was always posting fitness stuff, was posting stuff about this Shakeology shake and what it does for her and all these cool superfoods. And I was like, like, I don't eat that. What's that? Like, I don't even know what that means. So I started following her for a couple months, and then I noticed she was following me on my page as well. And she reached out one day and approached me about the coaching opportunity. And like most of all these other ladies, besides Liz, I think, was like, no way, me a coach leading others. Like, I have no health and fitness background. I have a bachelor's of science in psychology, so nowhere near fitness. I was an athlete through college though, and so I have a real passion for fitness. And Jessie approached me and just said, hey, like, what you're doing on Facebook already and posting about your running is super inspiring. You motivate me every day. You do what we do as Beachbody coaches other than being a product of the product. And I turned her away the first time. And then she came back to me 6 months later and asked me again. And I signed up and I tried Shakeology and I was like, this is disgusting. But it was just the flavor because I love every other flavor now. And I actually returned it. And I've never apologized for that, Jesse. So I'm sorry. I just realized that I've never apologized. But I returned it. And about 2 months after that, I got really inspired. I started researching YouTube videos about Beachbody coaching, and I watched one specifically on Lindsay Matway and how she was a broke bartender, came, didn't have a health and fitness background, had a young daughter, and just watched her journey. If you guys haven't seen it on YouTube, I highly recommend watching her journey. If you're not inspired, you'll get inspired. And contacted Jessie right after that and said, I think I'm ready to give this a go. And she's, of course, great, let's do this. And but I made a decision when I contacted Jessie that I was going to go all in because I saw the potential. At first I thought, yeah, pyramid scheme, back when she contacted me 6 months later. But then I saw the potential as I was watching the YouTube videos about the successful coaches and just what it's done for their family and their financial freedom and their freedom of time to be able to spend that time with their husband, which leads me into my next why. My husband travels probably 80% of the time, so he's not home with us. And if you guys have kids, which I know most of you do, 4 and 5 is a pretty vital age to have them home or have him home spending time with them. And before these ages, they never really asked about Dad and where he was on the weekends and during the week and not coming home at night and not being there in the morning. But lately, when he's not home, they always ask. They're like, where's Dad? They'll run to the bedroom in the morning. They don't even come for me anymore. They come for him. And if he's not there for a couple of days, they wonder where he's at. And so I think that's really my driving force, is to not retire my husband, because my husband will never retire. He absolutely loves what he does. He's a crane operator. But to be able to have him tell work, no, I can't work this weekend. I can't work any weekends. And hey, I want to take a month off to go hunting with my wife because we both really enjoy hunting. And last season, he hardly got to hunt because he was working to provide for us. So that kind of sums me up. And if I can tell you guys one thing, it would be to dig into personal development. I actually recently just really started getting into personal development, like I said, and then leading and working with my coaches. And I think that's where I've seen things take off. Like they say, put your blinders on when you get on Facebook. And literally to 2 months ago, I would still get on and my blinders would go out and I'd get caught up with going through the news feeds. But if you can put your nose to the grind, put your blinders on, and focus on your why and why you are here, you will do really well. So that's me. Awesome. So you guys can kind of see we have some amazing coaches on this team. And the 3 vital behaviors you'll hear over and over again in Beachbody. And it's being proof the product works and sharing that journey. It's inviting and following up with people, and it's personal development. And I always tell people, as harsh as it may sound, if you don't dive deep into personal development and start doing personal development, you more than likely are not going to be here in 6 months to a year. I even, for my personal development, because I was one of those people, who needs personal development? I got this. I'm totally fine. But I used all of the national wake-up calls. I listened to all of those. Now I'm really into podcasts. And the one thing I just stumbled upon, I sent it to my coaches that are in here, is on your phone, you can get podcast apps. And there's one, it's all about Beachbody coaching. That's what it's called. And it's one of my personal mentors, Keith Callahan, created this. And I've been listening to it, and I feel like it's a great resource for new coaches to go back and listen to. You can listen to it in series. There's 11 of them and they're pretty short, or you can go and listen to the ones that interest you. But you guys, he's a millionaire. After 5 years in the company, he's a millionaire. He mentored me from the very beginning, and he spoke. We had a meet and greet in Nashville, and he came and spoke, and so many people were just like mind blown with his words of wisdom. So the podcasts are short little clips and absolutely amazing. It's called All About Beachbody Coaching. I highly suggest you tune into that and listen to that in the car or mindlessly doing laundry, whatever. That's usually, I'm an audio girl. I can't read a book. I fall asleep. So tune in, listen to personal development, use your personal development to be going through the online office, but keep this business super simple. One last thing I want to touch up on is something that's really helped me is create a to-do list, whether it's the notes on your phone or it's pen and paper. I'm still a pen and paper girl. I learned from Chalene Johnson from the very beginning, make a list of 10 things that have to get done today, not things that can get done tomorrow or the next day, but has to get done today. And you should have your invites, your follow-ups, your personal development. We have like ideas of what a to-do list should look like. We can post that. But you guys, make your to-do list daily. Treat this business like a business. And you might feel like you're putting in more time and getting less out of it at the beginning. But you know what? Shortly that turns around. And pretty soon as you hit Emerald and you consistently hit Success Club, your paychecks and your team bonuses are just going to increase, and you're going to be like, wow, where is this coming from? And the more consistent in time, you all of a sudden you start crushing these goals. And like Alicia said, something that might seem far off for you can be your reality in a very short period of time. I mean, when I was talking to Keith, the one that created these podcasts, I remember him saying like what he earned and what his rank was. And I was like, yeah, that's never going to happen. And then it happened, and then I passed it. And these things keep happening because I was consistent with that to-do list, and I was consistent with what I learned, and I was always willing to stick to that to-do list, but also find my way and be consistent. Be you, be real, put yourself out there. People don't know what you're doing on the inside of your home through social media. That's why you have to post and be real. You can see quite a few of these girls or guys I have found through social media, or they have found their coaches through social media. And that's only because we live our life out loud in a positive manner. We still share the good, the bad, the ugly, but the good, the bad, the ugly comes in more of a positive manner of what we're doing about that bad and ugly part. Share that journey, carry that with you, because your vulnerable times are your most relatable times. And when you share success, people are motivated by that. But when you share your vulnerable, posts that you're like, I don't want people to know this, you know how many people are going to relate to you? Like, share those struggles, dig deep. Don't try to be some perfect person, because that is not relatable. Nobody can relate to perfectionism because none of us are perfect. And we just this last week, I lost a good friend from college, and this company, this business, it just made me realize like the memories that the time I have with my family are memories that I'll always have, will always cherish. And her husband is left with 3 children, and we're able to financially help them out. And there's no way we could do that before. And, our heart is totally there. And Beachbody has given us that opportunity. So you just never know in life at what time your road is going to take a turn. And this opportunity could be the biggest life-changing result, or opportunity you'll ever come across, as long as you're consistent. So those are our tips. These are awesome leaders that are going to lead you. You guys, the sky is the limit. Nothing is stopping you. Our goals are to just really help you stay consistent, crush these goals, and be a part of our family, our community, and reach out to people that you're motivated by in this group, and find success partners, because all of us connect like this, even though most of us live far apart. It's like we're fit sisters. Like we all share struggles, but we all pull each other through because we've all been through it. So stay connected tune in, post, share, engage, and you will have the same success. So we're super excited to rock this month with you. And thank you so much for making it to the call. Have a great evening.